Now, from the CBS 4 studios, the best high school coverage from all over the Rio Grande Valley. It's time for Sunday Sports Extra.
Believe it or not, Week 7 is done, and we've only got 4 more weeks left in the 2015 Valley High School football regular season. Welcome to Sunday Sports Extra. I'm Action 4 Sports Director Clay Williams, and also we've got CBS 4 sports reporter Joe Bowling with us as always, and our special guest this week, Greg Luca from The Monitor. Thanks so much for joining us, Greg.
Thanks for having me, Clay.
Well, let's talk about one of the biggest games of the week, and that was definitely the Battle of the Arroyo. For the 87th time, San Benito and Harlingen mixed it up. This time it was at Bogus Stadium. Everybody thought that after last year, the way last year's ended, might have another comeback this year. Well, it looked like we were, because Harlingen took a lead right there, 21-14 when Leo Tienda puts it in. But look, back comes San Benito in the fourth. All the scoring basically took place in the fourth quarter on this one. San Benito goes for the 2-point conversion here. Gaitan completes it. That would be the point that puts San Benito ahead, and it would be the winning point too, because Harlingen misses the field goal here. It is wide right. The Greyhounds take the 87th Battle of the Arroyo. Afterwards, the quarterback talked about that big 2-point conversion.
Well, we've been practicing at 2 conversions at practice. We've been working on it. The blocks are great. Salas got open, number 2, and we got the 2-point conversion good. We came back, believed in each other, we pulled through muddy waters, and we got the victory.
San Benito has now won 2 in a row for the first time in a long time. It's been about 8-9 years, Joe. Your thoughts on the Greyhounds and what they've been able to do twice in a row?
It's pretty amazing stuff, especially the way they pulled it off, because every time it was like a heavyweight boxer that was kind of waiting around, waiting for the punch to be delivered and then counter-punching. Every time Harlingen did something right, San Benito calmly drove down the field, scored a touchdown, retook control of that football game, and won.
Greg, they also calmly went for 2 points without even hesitation. Is this something that's happening more and more often with coaches? We've got that there's one crazy coach in Arkansas who will go for 2 points on every single conversion. Is it something we're seeing more often? San Benito surely seemed to get it done.
I've seen it a little bit. It's a little bold from my blood, and this one's an especially crazy call. The kid who caught the pass, Juan Salas, is the same kid who muffed a punt, just that set up Harlingen score. So, I mean, that's a pretty bold play by them.
That is a bold play, and you can see as San Benito keeps the Battle of the Arroyo trophy for the second straight year, that 2-point conversion, definitely the difference there. But meanwhile, last night we had 32-6A's other undefeated team, besides Los Fresnos, Brownsville Veterans. They were trying to get it done against Hanna, but Hanna comes through with a big touchdown right here, scores, and takes a lead going into halftime. But after that, it would be all Brownsville Veterans. Marky Castillo there puts it in, but late in this game, up 28-10, Castillo was injured, actually went back in the game for a couple plays, then came out again on crutches at the end as this one goes. But now, with or without their quarterback, Brownsville Veterans has to get ready for a tough Greyhounds team next week.
Well, it feels great. More importantly, 3-0 in our district. But we got some big time heavyweights coming up with San Benito. That's all we're thinking about right now is going over there and with the mentality of why not us.
Why not the Chargers? Well, for one reason, they've got 3 huge games coming up against 3 really tough opponents, San Benito, Harlingen, and Los Fresnos. Last year, the Chargers were 5-1 going into this stretch when they lost to the Greyhounds, lost to the Cardinals, lost to the Falcons, and end up missing the 2014 playoffs after a 5-1 start. What will be different this time for Brownsville Veterans, if anything, Greg, in your opinion?
Well, I think when we look at their schedule so far, they've beaten Donna and they've beaten Hanna, and those are both very good teams. Those are hardly pushovers by any means. But if it's going to be different this year, they're going to need Marcus Castillo, because I think the offense is what makes them go, and he's what makes the offense go for them. Yeah,
without Castillo, it would be a tough row to hoe against San Benito, Joe.
Certainly will be. They have to have him at 100% as well, and I'm not sure he will be. But the biggest difference, they beat Hanna. Last year they didn't beat Hanna. Now they've taken control of the Brownsville spot. And it's theirs to lose, because if they get beat by the next 3, they're still in the playoffs if they control the Brownsville spot, and that's what they have right now, control of that with that win over Hanna.
Well, and let's talk about their next game, because it will be Brownsville Veterans taking on San Benito at Bobby Morrow Stadium. What are your thoughts on this game? Who have you got picked for it, Greg?
I like San Benito in this one. I got to see them play once earlier this year, and I was a big fan of J.R. Gaitan.
J.R. Gaitan getting it done, definitely for San Benito. Your thoughts, Joe?
Had Castillo not got injured, I might have picked them because I liked them all year long. But now I'm going to go with San Benito. At home, Greyhounds too much.
Yeah, Greyhounds have just shown me so much. Whether they're supposed to win or not, they always think they're going to win, and they always seem to come through in the clutch. I'm going to go with San Benito with a big win there. Meanwhile, as we were saying, there are 2 undefeated teams in that district. Los Fresnos, the other one, and they had one of the most incredible plays against Harlingen South the other night that I've ever seen. Rene Ortega is the Falcons quarterback, takes it back. This is about 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Watch him as he evades one tackler in the pocket there, then decides to go back a little further, maybe there's 2 tacklers, there's 3, 4 tacklers, 5 tacklers. Rene Ortega still going, 6, 7 tacklers and into the end zone. Rene Ortega getting it done for Los Fresnos. Can he do that kind of magic against Harlingen and the Cardinals defense, Joe?
He's going to have to, because that kind of pressure is going to come after him each and every snap. Harlingen's not going to back away just because they lost a football game to San Benito. And a quarterback like that, they will come after him. So he's going to have to.
All right, Los Fresnos at Harlingen. Greg, your pick on this game.
I think I'm going with Los Fresnos in this one. I really like their defense. That could be a difference maker here.
All right, there's one for Los Fresnos. Your thoughts, Joe?
I would pick Los Fresnos, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stick with Harlingen because I think the Cardinals will come back.
All right, your pick is Harlingen. I put it in there wrong.
Yeah,
so,
well,
all right.
I'm back and forth. I really am on the fence here. So either way, but let's go with. Yeah.
All right, he's going with Harlingen. I heard him say it. But no matter what it says on the screen, he's going with Harlingen.
Yeah.
I, however, am going with Los Fresnos. Los Fresnos' defense has just really impressed me, and I don't believe that Harlingen will be able to get the points necessary to come back and get the win against that Falcons defense. But that should be a good one. We'll be looking forward to that, and we are looking forward to the next segment on Sunday Sports Extra. When we come back, we are going to talk about District 36A as Trevor Spates is moving on up in those record books. We'll tell you where he stands right now and where he's going this weekend. Plus, Puro Coyote, how about La Jolla? Can they be the second place team behind McAllen Memorial? It's all when we come back.